Quite a lot is happening in the polity. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Politics Today. I'm Sulaiman Ale. The reactions continue to trail the non-confirmation of Mr. Ibrahim Magu as the substantive chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, the EFCC. So the big question many have been asking is, was Mr. Magu really investigated by the DSS, and what were their findings? Or is this just a politically calculated move to stall the anti-corruption fight of President Buhari? That's our focus on tonight's program. But before we go into the discussion proper, the Rivers State government has denied that audio recording released by Sahara reporters purported to be that of Governor Nyesom Wike, describing it as a technological contraption. In the audio release by the online medium, the voice purported to be that of Governor Wike was heard discussing with another male voice about issues concerning an election, as well as issuing some threats.
Hello, sir.
My brother, good evening.
Evening, sir. How work, sir?
I do. It's Dembeko.
Yeah. Okay, I was trying to reach you. I don't know whether you have spoken with you.
No, I'm not.
Okay. Let me check him. That time he said I should call.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what's the problem?
Well, there's no problem except we ask that they should move the thing to the rack center they refuse. And the usual intimidation.
Intimidation by who now?
No, we know that's what they will do. It's just that, arriving late a bit and it's trying to put up the disbursement and set up a...
I don't know what you're saying. You're not saying that anything. Who is intimidating you?
No, like me. Nobody is intimidating me. There are people there.
Tell everybody to be there. Nobody. You couldn't did it. You couldn't say, don't move there. You couldn't did it. They couldn't do anything. You understand me? You couldn't go up and did it. So the US say you will not do, you will not understand.
Yeah.
The US posted from where?
From Plateau.
From Plateau.
But
I'll call the Plateau man now. I'll tell him to tell me if he does not return my distance, I will deal with him. Don't worry.
No, let him just sign, that's all.
Maybe that was if that he should return whatever, and I'm going to make sure that I will kill him in this state. Don't worry. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Call the bank coordinator.
Yes.
Of Plateau, the man in the chair.
Yes.
That I said he should warn his man in Ghana.
Okay, sir.
That if he does rubbish, he should reform what he gave. That if he tries it, that will make sure that he will never leave the state.
No problem.
So the time I gave him that he should warn him. If he's playing with people, he thinks that they will collect that and begin to do rubbish. That time I said that you see what I will do to him. If that's how they do. And then too, I think the man in Ikwere, I think it's also Plateau. I think it's also Plateau. So find out and tell them that I call the three coordinators that I say they should tell their people. If they want to joke with me, it's not me. I will kill them in this way before they leave.
No problem.
If I want to return what they gave them, I will kill them. Just call the three of them.
All right.
Many have been asking the authenticity of this, and joining us from the Rivers State capital, Port Harcourt, is Dr. Austin Tam-George. He is the Commissioner for Information and Strategy of the state. Good evening, and thanks for joining us. You released a statement at the drop of that audio report by Sahara reporter, and you have come up to say that's a technological contraption. Are you still saying the same thing?
Yes, Suleiman, good to hear from you, and good evening to your listeners. Suleiman, is very dangerous, the kind of politics we are seeing under this APC regime of impunity. What we are seeing is very disgraceful indeed. You know, we've got to a situation now where the central government, using security agencies, working with the INEC, is now beginning something totally new in the political history of this country. A situation where the APC will orchestrate this kind of audio impersonation of the governor of Rivers State. The governor of Rivers State has been one of the first in calling for a free, fair, and transparent electoral process in Rivers State. He has never, at any point in time, made any contact with any electoral officer, either in person or by telephone. I say this, Suleiman, because I work very closely with him. If the resident electoral commissioner comes to Rivers State and then he pays a courtesy call to the governor, all members of the cabinet that are relevant to that visit are often invited. Those are the only official contacts the governor had with the resident electoral commissioner. He does not know any electoral officer. There are over 2,000 of them. So, there was never any specificity in terms of who did he speak with exactly. And the governor has denied. We have conducted our own digital forensic analysis, and we saw that these were voices that were orchestrated using, voice changer technology to conduct an audio impersonation of the governor. We totally reject this kind of reprehensible politics, and we condemn, the tendency by the APC and their media surrogates to calumnize the administration in Rivers State because they want to overthrow the government and loot the treasure of Rivers State.
Now, how sure are you that this is being orchestrated by the APC? Because if you look at what is happening, I'm coming, I'll give you a moment to respond to that, because the police has just come up with a press briefing that the Inspector General of Police has constituted a panel to look at some of these issues. And he says he has about 70 incidents coming out of that election, and to look at this audio report from the SAR reporter, he has a Deputy Commissioner of Police to investigate this. Have you been contacted by the police on investigating this alleged tape from the governor?
No, we haven't been contacted, very surprisingly, but we doubt that we will be contacted, in fact, because to tell you straight away, Suleiman, we have no confidence in the IG. The governor has written several petitions, named specific individuals, security personnel that have orchestrated all kinds of crises here in Rivers State. The governor has sent over 6 petitions to the same IG, who is now instituting a so-called panel to come and investigate what happened here. That's one part. The second part, Suleiman, is that the governor makes very clear that a certain individual, one Akin Fakorede, has had a history of orchestrating crisis. Rather than work with the governor and other security forces to fight crime and criminality in Rivers State, what we've seen is that this individual has worked very closely with the APC in order to rig elections. Recall, Suleiman, that your reporters here in Rivers State have video recording of this same individual who attacked, INEC officials, attacked, party agents on camera. This was not a video supplied by the government. This was a video supplied by your own channel's correspondents here in Port Harcourt. The police, headed by the IG, without conducting any kind of investigation, exonerated the police from this clear act of criminality. Now, to think that the same IG is setting up a panel to investigate these incidents, is very disturbing indeed. We want to work with the police, but they must stay away from politics. All those police people who are interested in politics, with all due respect, should put their uniforms aside and come into politics. But the situation where police people who are supposed to be above politics, who are supposed to be neutral and objective in this electioneering process, work actively in support of the APC, actively in support of INEC in order to alter the sovereign right of the people to make their choices in Rivers State. We condemn it completely, and we have no confidence in the police headed by the IG.
Before we let you off, there's something that you also would love the people would love you to expatiate more, and it has to do with your findings. You used the word forensic analysis of that audio recording. Could you tell us more about what your findings were?
Well, you know, Chamberlain, there is a voice changer software that can easily be used, you know, to alter the voice of any individual. In fact, as you speak with me now, it is possible for me to make you speak Chinese. It is possible for me to make you speak in German using your voice. It's a software that is used very commonly in South Korea, very commonly among teenagers in Japan, and they use this software, you know, technology to play pranks mainly in Asian countries. What we've seen is that this same technology has been used with an intention to blackmail the governor of Rivers State. I can't say this is totally new. There is, you know, a predictable pattern anytime, you know, the APC loses election here in Rivers State. Recall, Suleiman, that when they were defeated in March this year, March 19th this year, they resorted to all kinds of blackmail against Supreme Court justices. They conducted all kinds of raids against Supreme Court justices. They even accused the governor of meeting some of the Supreme Court justices in NBC. They did all kinds of things. I
want to stay, Dr. Tam-George, I want to stay on this tape before we let you go, because I'm looking at the release from the Office of the Inspector General of Police. I'll read out this just a moment here. He said the investigative team is also mandated to conduct forensic analysis on the audio report released by Sahara reporters, purportedly to be the voice of the governor of Rivers State. And he's also saying that he's enjoining your government, that's that of Rivers State and INEC, to avail the investigative team with facts at their disposal and grant them the desired cooperation and assistance. Earlier on, you did say you doubt if the U will be contacted. If that happens, what would you be doing with the police? Are you ready to work with the police on getting to the bottom of this particular allegation?
We expect the kind of expectation we have is that the Inspector General of Police will investigate the involvement of the police in rigging the elections. He's not talking about that. We expect the Inspector General to feel scandalized that there are video evidence, you know, video evidence of police personnel snatching ballot boxes, beating up party agents, altering results. The Inspector General of Police is not talking about that, and we are very disturbed about that. He is not talking about that. He is talking about, you know, the purported, case of audio impersonation of the governor. We have, as I said, conducted our forensic analysis, and we know in any case that the governor never made any contact, no contact, zero contact with any electoral officer. As I told you, you know, in the course of this interview, there were over 2,000 electoral officers, you know, deployed to Rivers State. Which of them did he conduct? Which of them did he contact? Who has come forward to say, I spoke with Governor Wike? No person has come forward. Our investigation shows that this was all a manipulation by the APC working with Sahara reporters. Sahara reporters is the propaganda.
I think that much said, Dr. Tam-George. We would like to thank you very much for speaking with us on this, and we'll stay on the matter as it unfolds. As soon as the police reaches out to the Rivers State government, we'll also get to find out what the police has been able to find on this allegation. Many thanks for speaking with us, Dr. Austin Tam-George. And politics today, we'll take a moment. When we return, we'll be looking at one other issue, which is the crux of the matter of today's program, and it has to do with the non-confirmation of Mr. Ibrahim Magu.